Hello, good morning, guys. I am in chat. Uh, if you join me, you can ask questions. This is just the second session of Tuesday office hours with Dr. Rawlinson for my psychology students who are also dual enrollment. If you have questions, if you need to chat about something, I'm here to help you. So, just waiting for a few more minutes. I'm hoping to catch some of my Sevier County students that'll show up in this stream, and or any Seymour's, Sevier County, or Northview. I don't have a preference. I just thought I might catch some of you a little bit later in case you had any questions. So I'll go ahead and take this off here. Put it back on eLearn. And I'm monitoring, looking at the chat, trying to make sure everything is good. So I'm just working in my office. It'd be just like me sitting in my office at Walter State. I'm working on grades. I'm working on discussion board posts in my class. And I'm here to answer questions. I'm going to do this until about 11, so about half hour. So if you have any questions, fire away. I'm here listening. Let's see here. Okay, all just hanging out. And virtual office hours. Ask any questions you may have. All right. I guess I would ask the four people that are in here now. Have you been to a stream before? And if you have, you're probably good. But if you haven't, say, hey Terry, I've never been to a stream in the chat, so that I know I have new people here that's not ever been here. Let me mute myself. You don't want to hear me sing and drink coffee, I'm sure. 1 second here. See that end of it. I'm just going to mute myself. Hey Levi, sorry I have my mic muted there. Uh, is there anything we need to do with the paper this week? 100% absolutely yes. You should be marching forward on your paper. I talked about this in a stream earlier this morning. When we left off, you guys were working through the analysis section of the paper, and we had completed identifying the specific analyses used in your study, and we talked a bit about building arguments of adequacy. What you should be doing now is working through this again, the template document. Sorry, pull this up here. Let me pull, I take that back. Let me pull. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, so this document here that I've given you access to either in Google Docs or you could download it. Levi, what you should be doing at this point is we've worked through the introduction, we worked through the methods, we worked through all of these participants, instruments, procedures. Excuse me. We worked through all of these. Down to the results section, you should ideally this week be completing both of these subsections of results and results adequacy. Next week, you'll be completing your conclusion and turning in the paper on the 29th. So the paper will be due on the 29th. What you're looking for in the results section, things like data tables, like tables of numbers, bar charts. Remind me again, well, hold on, I can look you up 1 second. Can I do that? Hold on. I want to show you something I shouldn't. Do this. Okay. Please pull up the other tabs. So you picked the illusion paper, Levi, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember because you sit in that small little group over at Seymour on that side. So what you should be working on is looking at the results of that paper. And I remember talking to your group a bit about there's a line graph and a bar chart in your paper specifically that you need to pay close attention to and talk about what are the important findings from the analyses. They ran the ANOVA in that study. What did the ANOVA show? Look to those bar charts, the bar chart, look to that line graph and discuss the most important findings, right? And then from there, you're going to build an argument of adequacy below that where you're going to think about, okay, they asked this research question about whether you perceive the whole size as small or big. They asked the research question, well, how does efficacy play into that? And then they measured how close you putted, right? So you need to kind of analyze in your mind, build an argument of was that line chart, was the bar chart, was it sufficient to answer the question, the research questions that they posed? That's what you're going to build your argument right here. So yeah, you should definitely be, at least in my mind, working through this section. And if I'm you, personally, I'm going to also work on the conclusion sections this week as well. Not mandatory, but I would go ahead and write the conclusion section which talks about, okay, how does the rubber meet the road? Like what they found in this study. What does it mean in the real world? How could you use this? And it's going to take some thought on your part. Like what are the implications of this research? When it comes to efficacy, when it comes to just illusions in general, what are your thoughts about how it generalizes? And then what are the limitations to the study? Like, when you conduct an experimental study, which this was, your study was, it has certain constraints. Like it was conducted in a lab. And what about how do they control the variables in that lab, and how does that limit the way you think about the way those results translate to the real world? And then you're going to build, just like before, you're going to build some arguments of adequacy here for the paper. So hopefully that answers your question, Levi. That's what you should be working on this week. Next week, I know you weren't here for the earlier stream, and I'm going to send an email out to the whole class today about this very issue. Next week, I will stream twice. Monday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. And they will be different streams. Monday of next week at 11 a.m., I will be like showing a PowerPoint, basically doing what I would do in class with you guys, like lecturing through the content, trying to help you understand the content. And if you're here live, you can ask questions. And if you're not here live on Monday at 11, then it will be saved as a vlog. It'll be saved on my YouTube channel. So if you go out to my YouTube channel, for example, now you will see a list of uploaded videos, including vlogs from live streams right here. Right? So right now I'm live streaming here, but this morning when I started at 8 a.m., everything I talked about for 43 minutes is here, and then the previous day the stream is here. So going forward, you'll see a lecture show up on Mondays over the content for that week. Then on Tuesdays at 11, it'll be kind of like this. It'll be an office hour session. Next week, it's going to be all paper, I'm sure, given that the paper is due next week. It'll be all paper all the time. I'm probably just going to be answering questions left and right about the paper. But hopefully I answered your question. I hope so. Let me know in chat if I didn't. Oh, perfect, Levi. I'm glad I did. How you doing, buddy? You doing okay with all this stuff going on? Tired of being cooped up at the house, maybe? And there's a delay. Obviously, there's a bit of a delay whenever you guys pose a question and then I answer it. The stream has a bit of a delay. right, guys. Well, I just want to jump back on towards the end here. I had a good crowd show up at 8 o'clock this morning, but then, they tailed off a bit, and I wanted to jump in towards the end of this time frame. If you're watching this as a vlog, again, I'll send an email out, but again, next week different. 11 a.m. Monday to 12 p.m. 11 a.m. Tuesday to 12 p.m. Monday will be lecture. Tuesday will be office hours for the class. Work on the paper, and Levi work through the modules that are here. If you're still hanging out, work through the modules in your course section. So under course information and content, you should be completing these tasks I have for this weekly module. So just come down March 16th through 22nd. There's a list of things for you to do. Task 1, watch this video. Task 2, look this PowerPoint. Task 3, take this quiz. Task 4, participate in this discussion board. I'm just curious. I wonder if anyone's actually started that yet in this section. Not yet. No one's posted a single thing in the discussion board, but I suspect that will be coming. You have to the end of the week to do that. Task 5, look at the review sheet because we got an exam next week. Task 6, I'll be doing another live stream on Sunday, 4 p.m., doing a Kahoot test review with you, which would help you greatly. So anyways, with that, I bid you all farewell. Stay safe, wash your hands, take care of each other. I'll see you guys on the next stream.